Beautiful. Now you're next. You get over here, you little dirty play toy. I saw you outside yesterday. What were you doing? Playing with those chipmunks I saw. Yeah. Yeah, you don't like playing with chipmunks, you tell me. And then there I see you playing with the chipmunks. What does that tell me? Huh? You lying to me? You actually do like chipmunks? Or do you just playing with them, so you can stab them in the back later on? You know, I gotta know these things, okay? I'm a mob boss. I got a hat. You see the hat? I got a guitar. All right. Appearances matter, and people think, hey, that guy has a guitar and he's wearing a hat. He's a mob boss, you know. And then they look at you outside playing with chipmunks. What does that tell him? Oh, he can't keep discipline in his own house. His kid got to go out and play with chipmunks. He doesn't have enough money to buy him toys. What does that tell him? It tells him I'm weak. You know, if they think I'm weak, they're gonna kill me. So just cut out that crap, okay? Nobody needs you going outside playing with chipmunks in the middle of the night, okay? Because that's when I saw you in the middle of the night. I got up. I was gonna go take a piss. You do these things late at night. You had a drink or two before bed. To cut the edge off. And you gotta get up in the middle of the night. You gotta pee. It's natural. So I'm walking by the window, hoping I'll catch a dove outside. I like doves. Doves very very nice. And I take a gander, and I'm like, what the heck is going on out there? There's leaves flying up everywhere. All of a sudden, I see my boots. They're sitting there in the middle of the grass, surrounded by chipmunks. And I'm thinking to myself, those chipmunks, what are they going to do to it? They're going to eat it? I don't want them to eat my boots. But then on second glance, I took a first glance real quick. I was like, ooh, gotta get out there. And then I stopped. I was like, no, gotta make sure of this. You don't want to go out the shotgun or the Tommy gun. You don't want to go out there, guns blazing. You don't even know what's going on. So you take a second look. He's not sitting there about to get molested by a bunch of chipmunks. He's sitting there, playing with them. Yeah, I'm talking about you, pal. Yeah, you were playing with those damn chipmunks. What I say to that? I say, you can go suck on a dog for all I care. Stab me in the back. Why don't you? Tell me one day I only like squirrels, and the next day you're playing with chipmunks. In the middle of the night. It's what am I gonna do with you? So go back to the story. I was looking out the window and see the chipmunks and the boots playing. I went out. I was like, I was so mad. You could have seen it in my face. It was still kind of flushed from the drinks, and that's why I had to pee. But it was angry red. I was really, it was upsetting. I'm just gonna put my feet in here, real quick. Oof. All right, continue the story. So I get outside. I'm so mad. I had to pee, and I get to do this instead. I'm like, all right, afterwards I'll pee in the bushes, but don't tell them that. All right, so then the boots, they look at me and they go, "What are you doing up? You're supposed to be sleeping." And I go, "Who are you talking to like that? You Timberland pros. I bought you. You know, I don't even remember if it was with my money, my mom's money. She's a nice lady. She buys me so much. Look at this carpet. It's a lovely carpet. She bought this for me. The stupid battery tells me it's at 15%. Battery, I don't care what you like. All right, I want to be charged. So shut up. I'm trying to, I'm doing a video here. Okay, I slapped my knee. You see, I got reflex. Oof, yeah, like that. All right, back to the story. So the boots, they think they have the nerve to tell me that it's too late for me to be out. And here they are, sitting in the middle of the field, playing with a bunch of chipmunks. I'm thinking to myself, what has come over them? Because these boots, they're usually pretty good, like I said, I'm a mob boss, so they get the message. If they mess up, they're gonna behave with you. They get shot. That's just what happens around here. I got an Italian grandmother with so many mouths to feed, and my grandfather's always telling me, "Hey, get rid of some of those mouths." So I do. First chance I get, whoa, dead. Don't have to pay for meals for you anymore. Burger King ain't what it used to be. You used to get 5 sandwiches for 2 cents. Whoa, that was back in what, 1953? Now look at it. It's $1 for one sandwich. Like, who has that kind of money nowadays? Tell me about it. I used to sell liquor, and now I drink it. Anyways, these boots, they usually don't do that. They're good boots. They're reliable. You tell them to go kill a goat for you in the backyard, they're like, sure, why not? I ain't got nothing else to do. And then you're like, these are good boots. They killed a goat for me. And then you're like, listen, the goat's kid got away. I don't want it coming back in 7 years and cutting my neck open in the middle of the night, taking revenge on me. So you send out the boots. And you know what the boots do? They kill the goat kid. They surround its hooves in tin cans filled with cement, and they throw it directly into the Nile River. Yep, that's how dedicated they are. They go all the way to Egypt to kill a baby goat for me. That's dedication there. You got a good pair of boots if they're doing that for you. Just gotta get give it a better angle pulling it. Nice. See, now they're cooperating. But last night, I gotta tell you, there were so many chipmunks on that lawn. You could have stepped anywhere. You killed a few hundred of them. And they're screaming. They're so terrified, but there's millions of them. And they can't move. They can't get away. They're packed. It's like a concert. And the main event was my boots. Who would have thunk, right? So, I got the boots on. Alright, that's good. You gotta, guitar. I'm gonna stretch my back. Look at the liquor bottle. It's not a liquor bottle, it's root beer. Don't worry about it, it's IBC. Anyway, alright, so, I look at the boots dead in the eyes. I tell them, who the hell do you think you are? And they looked at me and they're like, I'm your father. And then it occurred to me, it makes so much sense. All of this in here, that over there, I took from a memorial, that right there, that I bought. I didn't buy it. It was given to me by my mother, who gave me the carpet. It made sense. They had to be my father. How else would I get all of this? They probably, my mother, she was the old lady living in the shoe. You know that old story? I don't even know how it goes. She apparently had like a lot of kids, and they didn't know the same names, and it was very unfair. So I was looking at my boots, and I was like, man, yeah, I guess so. I got that nose. You got this nice bridge structure here. And then I looked a little closer, and I realized, what they also look like? They look like my arch-nemesis, Jimmy Fangstangs. And I look at them, and I was like, whoa. Jimmy Fangstang, he used to sell pizza down on Farson Street. And I was like, what? He used to put poison in his pizza. And it wouldn't work for a few weeks. And then one day you wake up dead. You don't wake up dead, but the people around you wake up. And then you're dead. So, I killed Jimmy Fangstangs. That's my boss, like I said. Anyways, Jimmy Fangstangs, he was dead a long time ago. 30 years ago, how did my boots look like him? And then I turned around. There was a slithering noise. A slithering. And all of a sudden, the millions of chipmunks were gone. And standing where they used to be was Jimmy Fangstangs. And I look at him, and the little chipmunks, they crawling into place, and he grins at me. He winks, and I watch, and there's a million eyes looking back at me. They all wink at me, all the little baby chipmunks. And I'm looking at myself, I'd pull up my phone, and I look at it, and I'm like, whoa, I look pretty scared. And Jimmy Fangstangs agrees. He's like, man, you should put that on Instagram, man. You probably get a few likes for it. And I was like, that's a good idea. But then I realized he was distracting me. I pull out my Thompson submachine gun. I shoot him full of bullets, 50 bullets a minute, right in his nose, and he explodes chipmunks everywhere. Like, I'm talking Gettysburg, just bullets. Instead of bullets, like chipmunks flying every single direction you could think of, up, down, left, right. There was a couple going 88. They went back in time. It was pretty intense. And I was like, what am I going to do? I turn around again. Because remember, I turned around from talking to Boots to look at the chipmunks that became Jimmy Fangstang. So I turned around, and the boots were gone, and replaced by them was a pizza. And I knew Jimmy Fangstangs up to his old game again. But I kept looking at the pizza, and I was like, oh, what am I going to do? Oh, the pizza. Oh, pizza's my favorite food. I eat it. I eat it all the time. Oh, you don't want to look in that closet. There's too many pizza boxes to count. I'd probably explode headwise, if I tried to count it. Just look at my shoes, holding the camera angle, kind of odd. Anyways, so I'm 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 looking at the pizza and I'm salivating, just saliva dripping out of my cheeks. I have holes in them because a few of the chipmunks hit them, and it was so delicious and warm. I could feel the heat rising from it 10 feet away. It was like a sauna furnace, and I was like, whew, if I even go close to that thing, my skin's gonna melt. And I was like, whew, I know what he used for the poison. If it's that hot, he probably used liquid plutonium, because Jimmy Fangstangs, he's an entrepreneur of nuclear technology, and he likes to have little baby, you know, nuclear reactors in his basement because he has a big basement. He lives in one of those old houses, where they have basements the size of your mom's garage. And I like to think of it as, living space, but don't take that the Nazi way. It's not a fun term if you think about it that way. But anyways, I was looking at the pizza, it was my skin started to melt. I was just so hungry at that moment. And then I realized the chipmunks were still there. They were still everywhere. They were looking at me. And I knew every single one of them was an incarnation of Jimmy Fangstangs. And he was looking at me. He was thinking to himself, he had won. He was waiting for me to take a bite of his delicious plutonium pizza. And I was about to. I was so close to it. I mean, I was 5 feet away, and already my fingernails were starting to peel off my face. I was like, whoa, how does that even happen? And it was the pizza. The pizza was so intense. So, anyways, I'm getting closer to the pizza, and then, whoops, I dropped my phone directly in the pizza, and the pizza exploded. There was a nuclear bomb in the pizza. Jimmy Fangstangs didn't trust me, to not die from the plutonium. So he put a double entendre there. I probably didn't even say that right, but it's a double meaning or a double, he all right. He put a bomb in it, okay? And I dropped my phone in the pizza, and it blew up. The phone, though, my phone's pretty tough. It's pretty awesome. Thanks, LG. Android collaboration, Google, Disney, Steve Jobs, I thank you for making this godlike phone, because the phone blasted upwards at 6 miles per second. That's not fast enough to break through the atmosphere. You have to be going 7 miles per second, I'm pretty sure. If I'm not right, I'm not a rocket scientist, alright? So don't blame me. I told you, I'm a mob boss, not a rocket scientist. So, anyways, look at my hand. Anyways, he looks at me, Jimmy Fangstangs, as the phone's going up 6 miles per second, and he winks so hard a drop of blood pools out of the left corner of his eye, and I was like, "What?" Literally every chipmunk in the entire field did that at the same time, and Jimmy Fangstangs' eye was bleeding. He was winking so hard, and just like that, he lit on fire. He killed himself. Just to prove a point. He was like, "Ha, you're not gonna get me again. Yeah, you little carpetbagger." And I was like, "What does that even mean? This isn't 1870." And he didn't respond because he was killing himself. So, anyways, in the end, I threw the pizza away. My boots were underneath it because I guess Jimmy Fangstans didn't like the boots, really. Even Alright, my phone, it decided to kill itself, and I'm back. You just imagine that I tied my shoes, with one hand. Just imagine it, alright? Look at that. Yeah, look at that. Alright, so, leaving off where I was, alright? So I lift up the pizza, and underneath it are my boots, because, Jimmy Fangstangs, he didn't like my boots. I guess it was misleading, the fact that there were so many chipmunks that were actually Jimmy Fangstang looking at my boots, admiring them. But I think they were actually there as a ruse to draw me outside as I went to go urinate. So, in the end, I pick up the boots. They're all slimy and wet and warm. So warm, they're like melting my hands. But luckily, I have gloves on. Forgot to mention it. I have these rhino skin gloves cursed by a demon. They can never be lit on fire or melt. And that's very helpful for some reason. It's called a curse. I guess in Africa, uh, curses are actually blessings, and blessings are actually curses. So when, I get in the house, uh, I was like, whoa, I just, I caused Jimmy Fangstangs, my old rival, to kill himself in a piece of pizza, and that's not actually what happened. I was very tired at the time, I had just been drinking. I woke up to go to the bathroom, and then this happened. So I was very tired and muddled, thinking, wow, Jimmy Fangstangs dove into that pizza and killed himself, even though he actually lit himself on fire. So, anyways, Jimmy Fangstangs actually died. He's done. He's completely gone. And I thought, hey, me and you were a good team, but then these little pieces of cut up lettuce for boots decided to say, your shoes untied. I wasn't even wearing shoes. All right, I go to the designer store. I buy Maroni's. Maroni's my cousin. I don't even know if you know him, but he makes shoes the size of houses. All right, and that's where my brother came from. He lived in a house that was actually a shoe, and the shoe birthed him. It's really weird, but that's my brother for you. Anyways, so in the end, I spanked my boots so hard they were bleeding. But now they're back to normal. Look at them. They're lying on my feet very snugly. I could go outside. I could jump a fence with these if I wanted to. Maybe with one hand holding the camera. That's not a good idea. I can use the other hand to grab the fence and hoist myself over, which is what I will do, but I've already done it in the canon of this video tutorial about how to put on shoes with one hand. Um, it's not canon. Um, to have happened already. It's supposed to happen afterwards, but since it's a video, you do different parts, different times, and it all comes together in the end like a sort of cathartic kangaroo. All right, this is how it works. So, anyways, yep. So, if you ever go outside and you see your boots surrounded by chipmunks, just remember, afterwards you really need to take a piss, because you got up the first time to go to take a bathroom break and you didn't do it. How stupid are you? You need to go to the bathroom. That was what I was telling myself before I used the bathroom. I spanked my boots and I really had to use the bathroom. So I was kind of angry, spanking him desperately, like, come on, let's get this over with. I gotta go to the bathroom. All right. Didn't want to do it in the bathroom. It would be weird. Anyways, like I said, mob boss. It's my guitar. I kill people with it. Yeah, I use the strings. I just wrap it around the throat. And there's a string. It's called the E string. Apparently, it's illegal in a few places because it's so thin. You just wrap it around a man's neck, kill him like that. It's very easy. Very easy to kill a man. You don't just drop a carpet on him. Like, look at this. There's a man under this carpet somewhere. I know it. And we dropped the carpet real fast, and I heard a shriek like a mouse, except it was a man. He's gone now. He's under there. I can. Yeah, he's definitely under there. I can feel him with my toes, because they're very sensitive echolocation, radar toes. But yeah, just remember, keep, high temperatures are coming from this heater, so you keep electrical cords, drapery, and other furnishings at least 3 feet, 0.9 meters, 0.9. You see that? It's 0.9 right there. You see it. I just hit the focus button. You can see it. You can read it. You know how to read. If you don't, that says Marvin. Alright, stay away from the front of the heater and away from the sides and rear. So basically, this heater's a bomb. I have to go.